Inside the Gates of Heaven, by Oden Hetrick. Chapter 8. Some questions answered. Now your questions. Question. Will a person who remains single on earth have a companion in heaven? Answer. Yes. Just as God chose Eve for Adam, so he will choose companions in heaven. Jesus was not married on earth, but Revelation 19:19 records his marriage in heaven. Question. Will my spouse on earth be my companion in heaven? Answer. Many married Christians have a companionship that includes mental, emotional and spiritual satisfaction. They share love that distance cannot hinder, time cannot diminish, and death cannot finish. And since their life on earth is a happy one, they desire to be together in heaven, and I believe God will grant their desire. On the other hand, many marriages are unhappy, but don't let an unhappy marriage turn you against the covenant companion concept. God made for Adam a companion he would not part with, and he knows how to choose the perfectly satisfying companion in heaven for every saved child of Adam's race. If we keep his rules here, he will keep his promises there. The earthly covenant of marriage is till death do us part. If a partner dies, the spouse is free both legally by man's law and God's law to marry again. If a person on earth can have more than one spouse because of death, then surely after death when we get to heaven, God knows who the perfect companion is for us, because he is the one who created you to be one. So everyone who is married on earth is not necessarily married to their covenant companion. Many people remarry after the death of a spouse, meaning they have had two spouses, but in heaven they only have one companion. God created you and knows you best, and knows who he created to be your perfect companion. In heaven all will be made right. Question. If there is no marriage in heaven, how do companions express love? Answer. A biological response is not love, it is only an expression of love, as your question has said. But God had to make it one of the physical intimacies on earth, or the race would not continue. In heaven there are 7 intimacies, but they are spiritual, and any one of them would make the earthly relationship seem like a bad dream by comparison. Eternal intimacies will be explained in the holy city where we will soon be going. But following is a brief introduction. Spirits look like people, but 2 of them can occupy the same space at the same time and appear as one. This is why a soul and a spirit can both live in the same body. They are being intimate with each other and with that body. The fear of death is proof that souls and spirits are very delighted with life in a body. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. James 2:26. Covenant companions in heaven, those united by God, will live in spiritual glorified bodies and so will also be able to occupy the same space at the same time, the masculine and the feminine appearing as one glorified being, united as 2 voices singing one duet. There is nothing on earth that even compares to the lasting ecstasy of this intimacy. God's spirit and my spirit are also delighted to be together as one in my body, because when I dedicated my life to God, I was so happy that for hours I could not speak for laughing. And this spiritual intimacy will continue forever in my glorified body in heaven. The Lord is intimate with the upright. Proverbs 3:32. If anyone loves me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come and remain with him. John 14:23. A happy relationship with God's indwelling Spirit is required before anyone enters the gate of the holy city. If the Spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, he shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his Spirit that dwelleth in you. Romans 8:11. And he that keeps his commandments dwells in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us, by the Spirit that he hath given us. 1 John 3:24.